Hello, puzzlers! We have got a very special episode for you today. Greg and I recently did our podcast live at the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament, hosted by the legendary Will Shortz in front of 800 fellow word nerds, and it was a blast.
We played a bunch of our favorite games with members of the audience, and at the end, we had a special guest come up, none other than the great Sam Ezersky, creator of the Spelling Bee.
So check it out.
We're going to play a game that we call Crossword Relative Rivalry. It's a version of another alliteratively named game show that might be trademarked, so we can't call it that. We're going to call it Relative Rivalry, but you know it as a thing that starts with F. We're going to need 6 volunteers to come on stage and be our 3 teams to answer, clues about crossword clues. But we're not going to just ask you to raise your hands. We're going to do a puzzle. And if you know the answer to this puzzle, we'll call on you. If you get it right, you'll be one of our 6 contestants. So if you don't want to be a contestant, don't raise your hand. As smart as you are, you're going to know the answer, but don't raise your hand.
All right, so this puzzle is called Olio. And it is, as you might have guessed, all about crosswordese, our favorite words. And all of the answers are 2-word phrases that are homophones of famous crossword puzzle words. All of these words are in the 100-plus club. They've all appeared in the Times crossword at least 100 times from the beginning, even though we all know the Will Shortz era is the only important era. All right, so if I gave the clue a miscellaneous collection of margarine, that would be olio. And by the way, olio with an E, 879 times. Olio with an I, 634 times. All right, so raise your hand. Don't call out because then you won't be a contestant. We've got 6 of these. First one, a spooky member of a great quintet.
So many people.
It's too hard. Yeah.
Right there, Dan. Yeah. Eerie
is correct.
Yeah, you get to be a contestant.
Come on down. Yes, once you get selected, come on up. All right. And by the way, many of these clues are taken from the New York Times, so thank you to the constructors. One chaplain in Chile. I saw a hand back there.
One chaplain in Chile. We see a hand. Yes, right there.
Yes. Una.
Yes.
There are 2 Una chaplains.
Come on up.
I believe. All right. A golden calf that is just chilling. A golden calf that is just chilling.
Yes. Yes.
An idol. Okay.
We'll put you over here.
We got 2 more contestants. An outstanding Pablo Neruda poem. I did see some hands shoot up.
All right, we'll go right here, Francis. An ode. Okay, Francis, come join this team.
Exactly. Wait, I hear murmuring.
Oh, outstanding, like the...
Yes, outstanding.
Oh, I owe you an ode. I love you so much. I'm sorry I haven't written it yet. You are owed an ode.
I hear murmurs. I don't know if those are good murmurs or like, but
it's as if you wrote Puzzle 5, AJ.
Okay. Opposed to chipping in. That one people shout
Opposed
right
to
up.
chipping in. All right, the person in the red sweatshirt back there. Auntie.
Exactly. And by the way, one of those aunties is in the 1,000-plus club. Which one do you guys think? It's the E. That's right. All right, now the last one.
Side.
Now the last one. To give a rowboat ride to a hockey great. A lot of people saying it.
Everybody knows this one. Or. Okay, great.
That's right.
Come on and join us.
Or as a verb, which is handy. All right, well done.
All right, you guys can come on stage.
We've got our teams.
I'm going to give you a word that has been in the New York Times crossword puzzle a number of times, and you're going to give me possible clues for that word. Okay? So for example, if I took the word MOS, that word has been used only 63 times in the modern era since Will took over in 1993. It has been clued as blank deaf 10 times. So that team would get 10 points. Somebody over there want to guess what another possible one would be? This isn't for points. This is just an example.
Cal divisions.
Calendar pages or units, cal divisions. That's 11 times, slightly better. The number one answer, SOPs, no, number one, that's personal styles or ways has been used. Number one answer, criminal patterns or crooks patterns, 14 times.
Just the intro.
MO. So that would be your number one answer. Mos Eisley was used, blank Eisley, only 3 times. Mostly back in the 90s, probably, right? When Star Wars was popular. All right. Notably, before 1993, almost every clue was January or February, for example, or some pair of months. All right. So I'm going to give you the word. We'll start with that team.
Tell us your name and where you're from.
I'm Lila from Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Exactly.
All right, so your first word is O-R-A. This word has appeared 649 times in total, 221 in the modern area. I've got the top 7 answers on the board for the clues for the word O-R-A.
Survey said. Oh, no, you said.
Rita Blake.
Rita Blank, singer Rita Blank.
Rita Blank.
Number 2 answer, 26
Number 2.
times.
Love it.
Are we keeping score or are we just doing this one?
Oh,
No, we're
yeah,
not
we
keeping
are
score.
supposed, yeah. Well, you guys keep score. Well, how many was that? I'll try.
That was 26.
26.
For that.
Nikki, we need your math skills. So 26 for that team. Your name?
Hello,
please?
I'm Francis from Manhattan.
Francis from Manhattan. Great constructor. We love him.
I would say 60 minuti.
60 minuti is the number 5 answer, 22 times.
22, Nikki. All right.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Rita Blank was actually the number 2 answer. I have it with 26. It's number 2. Tied
right.
for number 2. 60 minuti, that exact clue was used almost every one of those times. Sometimes it's 60 minuti, but it's, you get the idea.
We got the idea.
All right, Dan.
All right. Another great constructor. Hello.
Hello, I'm Dan from San Francisco.
Dan from San Francisco.
I will go partial. Man blank mouse.
Man blank mouse.
Man
is
blank.
actually the number 2 answer, 36 times.
Look at that. It seems there are like 18 number 2 answers.
Well, I had him out of order. There's a tie for 3rd place.
Okay.
That's the actual second with 36.
Fair
There was
enough.
one that appeared more than that.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Lindsay from Chicago.
Lindsay from Chicago. Welcome.
Okay, these guys said all the answers that I was thinking. So
That
I'm
happens.
coming up with a lame one. Homophone of aura, A-U-R-A.
Ooh.
Homophone. Do you want to make the sound? Sorry. It does not appear.
I think
in
that's the
top-
trademark sound, so be careful.
Does not appear in the top 7.
Who are you and where are you from?
I'm Alan from Lakewood, Ohio.
Welcome. Welcome.
Blank dash fix.
Blank dash fix.
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 F-I-X?
F-I-X.
X. Sorry, not on the.
I like it.
It's an old denture adhesive. He said,
Oh.
Yeah, that appeared a lot before 1993.
sorry.
That is a Maleska word, exactly.
Those of you who haven't used that yet, you could put it in a puzzle.
All right, last one we've got.
Malika from New York City.
Oh, welcome, welcome. Do you have any left? We're down to the bottom of the
The number
barrel.
1 answer has not been chosen.
Really? Number 1 answer still out there?
Beginning of the toothpaste brand.
Oh, I like it.
That's good. Also not on the list. So sorry. Let's throw this one to the audience. Of course, I can't hear. This is a big loud noise from the audience. Blank pro nobis, or a pro nobis. Number 1 answer, 49 points.
What was it? I couldn't even hear.
Blank pro nobis. Also very popular, anatomical or Latin mouths. 26 times. Not surprisingly, that was very popular before 1993, anatomical mouths, along with ora pro nobis, and feast or famine was very popular before. Also on the list, boy, blank, girl, and Italian time unit. Those are the bottom two answers.
Love it.
All right, so do we have a score?
For that one, team across or team one was 62 points.
Team one has
62.
62.
And how about the downs?
22.
All right.
That's close. We'll double the point values in this round.
All right.
All
Next
right.
round. Next round. What about
We're going to start over here.
Yeah, we're going to
Okay.
start with the, yes.
Start at that
with you.
end. That's good. All right. Your word is A-N-E. A-N-E.
What is the most popular clue for
I've got the
A&E?
top 9 up here. Everything that
Top
was used
9.
more than 3 times, 130 times since 1993.
All right. Not technically, but
All right.
who's going to know? We can
Malik
edit it
is
out.
up first.
All right. You have any thoughts? I suppose you can pass to Francis.
Get blank for effort.
Get blank. Wait, is it an A-N-A or A-N-E?
A-N-E.
Oh, yeah, they need your effort.
That's a
Of course,
perfectly
yeah.
legitimate, not in the top 9 clue.
What?
Sorry.
I liked it, though. I liked it. All right, we're going to start with you, Alan. All right. A-N-E, right?
Carbon compound ending.
Carbon. Oh,
Another
they
like
like
from
that.
the old days.
The crowd likes that.
Let's go for carbon compound. Well,
Judgment call.
it's a judgment call. I will give it to you under the heading. Yeah, no, that's good actually. Hydrocarbon ending or suffix.
All
21
right.
times.
How many points they get?
21 points.
21. Solid.
I will say, for everybody's sake, there are other clues for a similar usage of the term. So I didn't combine all those usages.
Okay.
It's clued several ways, same usage.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
Okay.
Okay, Lindsay.
Meth blank.
Meth blank.
I'll give it to you for 18 points. Number
18.
4 answer. Also hex, meth, pent, or oct ending. Used
Very good.
18 times.
All right, Dan.
I'll say, Jimmy blank, parentheses, cheerleaders cry.
Okay, cheerleader, very good. Cheerleaders call. Number 9 answer, 3 points.
Nice. Nice. What do you want? You ready? Oh, okay.
Prop ending.
Prop ending.
Prop ending, that's a great clue. I like that. Yeah, however, it does not appear in the top 9. Sorry, Malaga.
Anti-prop. Okay.
We have a fortune purchase?
No,
Well,
answer.
of course.
Real fortune purchase.
The crowd likes that.
22 points.
Crowd likes that.
22 points.
How many?
22 points.
22.
So I will tell you that there are still a couple remaining that are similar usages to things you've already said. There is one clue that you haven't gotten to that usage yet. So there's one usage of this string of
Do you want to
letters.
call it out? Anyone? Oh, Scottish
Francis
one.
is going. Scottish one just missed the cut, only used twice, although back in the day that was used a lot. That was very famous.
A-N-E.
A-N-E. All right. Anybody up here want to guess what one more?
Wait, we got a hand in the...
Yep.
Call it out.
Dijon donkey only twice, but it is on the list. Again, pre-1993, that was very common. All right.
All right, let us in on the secret.
So there's chemical ending, which I counted as different from hydrocarbon ending because it's more general. There is Sajek Seacrest by or request for Vanna. Again, very low frequency. But the one 14 times has appeared, actress Sue Blank Langdon. Very, very popular. Yeah, you didn't like that one. And also several variations on what makes a man mean.
Oh.
And other
clever,
slightly
clever,
funny ones.
clever.
That's happened a few times. All right. Do
All right, we have time for one-
more word. What's the score after that round? 408? 108. Okay.
Scores are squared in this
And the score is, yes, and we start from 0 for the final round.
Exactly.
Let's go with a 4-letter word.
A 4-letter word.
4-letter word, not that 4-letter word, AJ. 4-letter word, T-O-R-I. T-O-R-I, 156 appearances in the modern era.
I believe I started. Okay. Dan, you get to go first.
Singer Amos.
Singer Amos,
Singer
the number one
Amos.
answer. 24 times for Singer Amos. I also included Famous Amos, which is a kind of punny way to clue her.
I think she.
All of
she did
those,
go
24
first. Yeah, so
times.
He'll go second. Okay. T-O-R-I.
Blank bar.
Blank guard.
T-O-R-I. You're thinking of T-E-R-I.
You want another shot? Okay. Maybe it's her sister. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. Back to you.
Like donut shapes.
Donut or bagel shape, number 2, 23 times. Donut,
T-O-R-I, then Tori.
bagel shapes, tori.
Right, Taurus to Tori. Okay, Lindsay.
Blank spelling.
Oh,
Very good. Number actress spelling 20 times.
Aaron's famous daughter?
does that count? Aaron's famous daughter?
No, that didn't make the cut. I'm sorry to say.
Sorry.
And I have to admit, the last 3 are just variations on bagel shapes. Other ways to clue this.
Yeah, what about Francis?
Or you might go from C to
Oh,
Where you might go from C to.
you go north. I know. Sorry, I didn't make it,
Nicely done.
but it should.
I love it. That's a good one. Well done, everybody.
Well done. So I'll tell you the other ones that I counted as separate: geometric or topological solids, inner tubes topologically. That got a lot of, not as many as bagels, and math rings or models. I will tell you this: before 1993, exclusively you had anchor rings and convex moldings. Until while Maleska was still in charge on June 24th of 1993, actress spelling. A shocking breach of etiquette, but it ushered in the Will Shortz era beautifully. So, well done, teams. Thank you, guys. Well done.
Well done. All right. We have one more. Yes, thank you. Thank you, relative rumblers. Congratulations. All right, we have one final segment, and as we promised, it is a special guest. And I believe most of you, if not everyone, knows him. He published his first New York Times crossword puzzle when he was 17 years old, one of those. He has written dozens of crosswords since then, including one right here at the ACPT. And of course, you know him as the head beekeeper at the New York Times Spelling Bee. Please welcome Sam Ezersky. Sam, where are you? Sam, by the way, was a good sport, and he was in my book, The Puzzler. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about your job. But first, since this is the Hello Puzzlers podcast, we will start with a quick puzzle. And this puzzle was inspired by you, Sam, because no one in the puzzle world gets more passionate feedback than Sam Ezersky. Everyone loves the spelling bee, and everyone has a strong opinion about what words should and should not be in the spelling bee.
Can't believe I signed up for this.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. What are you going to put me through?
Well, Exhibit A, just one example, the Raffia incident of 2019. Was it 2019?
2019, yeah.
Would you remind folks about that, since obviously you weren't
Yes.
front of mind?
So, I learned my first real spelling bee word list lesson when I made the grave mistake of omitting raffia, R-A-F-F-I-A, from the word list. There was normally, the normal cacophony of feedback. But much to my surprise, I showed up to Will's house in Pleasantville. Will, I don't even know if you remember this. And you had received a package that was forwarded to you from the Times. And it contained, I still have the receipt right here in my favorites. It was a package from Amazon that contained 218 yards of raffia paper, craft ribbon, packing paper twine, a 1/4 inch by 218 yards. The note reads, and I think this is my favorite part, it wasn't even addressed to me, it was yelling at you, Will. It said, "Dear Mr. Shorts, this is raffia. Spelling bee on the NYT puzzle site does not believe that raffia is a word. Amazon doesn't sell ortolans or caracals, or I might have sent one of those too. Please improve Spelling Bee's word list." I will also add really briefly too that I just last year received a note that somebody has donated to the World Wildlife Foundation in my name to protect a caracal. So I have a caracal that has been adopted in my name. This is why I say impassioned fans. And it makes the game better. It makes the world better, apparently. And you have a bunch of raffia.
Can I just suggest that next time you don't allow chocolate? Because we will be very happy to receive 200 pounds of chocolate anytime.
The problem was I did allow chocolate. That was a pangram, but in that same puzzle, I didn't allow echolocate because that verb was not showing up in every dictionary as opposed to echolocation. So I messed that one up too, but that's okay.
Sorry to bring that up. I didn't mean to go there.
But yes, please, I'm gonna start omitting all my favorite things. You can just send them to me rather than Will.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
Bourbon off the list.
Nope.
Straight to your front door. Okay.
So yes, the raffia incident was what inspired this puzzle because I felt that sending that to Will's house was a very Godfather move. It was like, instead of horses, that was vaguely threatening. Like,
We know where you live. Right, we know where you live, and here's the raffia.
So it made me think maybe there is a raffia mafia. And raffia, by the way, raffia is American pronunciation, but I'm assuming this mafia was British.
I was just trying to rhyme it with mafia. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So in this puzzle, I'm going to give just a handful of words. It's going to be 2 words that rhyme. One of them will be a word that was controversially omitted at one time from the spelling bee. Now, some of them have made their way back in because Sam is flexible.
Yeah, exactly.
He makes judgment calls.
To be clear, we want Sam to answer these?
Yeah, Sam.
Okay, so don't shout them out.
That's right. Unless he asks for help, he's happy.
Right, you
I'm gonna need some help. I
phone a
promise.
friend, you have 1,000 of them here to help you.
Although I guess if you picked truly the most controversial ones, I will know them all. I will.
Some tweets or X's. All right, here we go. And I'm going to stress, well, for instance, if the word raffia mafia, that the clue would have been a criminal organization that sells grass for Easter egg baskets. So I'm going to stress that controversial word definition. All right, we'll start with a terrified Scottish landowner. Scottish landowner.
Okay, I've got, terrified. That is a scared laird, Laird, not in wordless.
A scared laird, exactly. All right, how about a hilarious fabric used in making sacks?
That is a funny, gunny, Gunny, not currently in wordless.
Not currently?
Yes.
No, certainly not. How about, now this one was,
This is great.
but
This
I
is
think
great.
it made it back in, so it's very exciting. And I was very excited to see it, because it's one of my favorite words. Someone who is experiencing a sandstorm for the very first time.
Oh, wow, this is a good one. That is, yeah. This one I added back in the word list and people were like, what the heck is that? That would be, okay, so the word you're looking for is the first word. That would be a haboob noob.
Exactly.
Haboob.
Well,
In the word list, I think, cool.
all right, we just got 3 more. You're almost done. Almost done. Yeah. All right. A,
Seat is so hot.
a non-monogamous Scottish herding dog. Back to the Scots. A non-monogamous, ethically non-monogamous, I would add, Scottish herding dog.
That is going to be a poly-collie?
A poly-collie.
P-O-L-I?
Exactly.
Currently in wordless, but recognized.
Are you suggesting collies are normally monogamous?
I don't know. I'm not commenting on.
It just seems redundant to me. I'm assuming.
They can identify however they want. All right. Something that is very, very exemplary of pizza cheese. Something that is very, very exemplary of pizza cheese.
So yeah, this one's like a big. Sorry to my West Coasters, right? This is it's hella mozzarella,
Hella mozzarella.
right? H-E-L-L-A,
Well done.
right on the border there.
It's on the board. All right, we're going to end on a high note. We always like
Yep.
to go highbrow.
Oh boy, I feel like I already know what this one is.
Right. Yes, someone who hangs around rock and roll bands who is covered in excrement.
Oh, I actually thought we were going to go highbrow here. Yeah,
Yeah, no. Highbrow was a turn of phrase.
I see.
It was a pun.
Yes, so that is going to be a poopy groupie, P-O-O-P-Y, not currently in word list. I know.
I love the outrage.
All right, but that actually, that was okay.
Okay, good.
That's right. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
You did it. All right, now we have just a couple of questions. Again, not too hot, not just medium. Well, first of all, that does beg the question that you've been asked a million times. What is the process for choosing which words go in the
Yeah. Oh gosh, do we have an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And only use words that are allowed in the...
Yeah. So, poopy. So I guess I'll just backtrack and say when I choose any puzzle for spelling bee, I always start with the pangram or set of pangrams. That's the linchpin of the puzzle. That is the whole, like, you're solving for many reasons, but if you aren't even familiar with the pangram or one of the set of pangrams, then what's even the point? I want this to be a puzzle that is truly as hackneyed as it sounds for everybody. So then I have, at my technological disposal, I have, in theory, every word that could possibly be made up of this set of letters, this set of 7 letters. After sort of figuring out, like, what's a good letter for the center? If I want it to be a really long puzzle, I'll put an E in the center. If I want you all to shake your fist at me, I'll put a Y in the center, right? Sorry. But then you go through, and for all the discussion about the word list, I do think that if any of you were in if I were to show you the exact process, a lot of the calls would be really easy. You see ball. You're like, yeah, no problem. You see a word that is showing up in a very expansive Scrabble player's lexicon, but it is not listed in Merriam-Webster. It is not listed in New Oxford American. It is red underlined when you try and text it. That's going to be a no. That's going to be a no from me, dog. But
Does dog appear on the list? D-A-W-G?
great question. I don't. Somebody will know. Somebody's been like.
I don't know the meaning of it.
Probably not. Probably not. That's probably.
Pal.
Because
D-A-W-G.
I got you. Okay.
slang is. I talked to a few of you this weekend. Slang is. Let's focus on slang. What happens when you have a word like hella? I have received comments from some of my testers that dunno, D-U-N-N-O, it is very surprising to see that in spelling bee. It is so informal. However, that is a word that I'd say at this point, off the top of my head, I'm not sure, it might be tagged as informal in dictionaries, but you see it is pretty standard to write out I dunno, as opposed to it just being sort of dialectal slang. So I find that is just one consideration I find fascinating, like where do you draw the line on something like slang? Right now, I don't allow yeet, Y-E-E-T. But I know I do not.
You do not.
But another thing we talk about with the crossword especially, we talk about like staying power. Is this just something that the kids are using right now and people are gonna go, what happened to my beautiful crossword? It just has all this crazy generational slang. I just recently, I believe I just added convo, C-O-N-V-O, to the list. And I think that's tricky. I would understand if you were like that, like honestly, like here, thumbs up, thumbs down on convo. Thumbs up, raise your thumbs up. Is anybody like thumbs down? That's really stupid. Okay, see, so we do, like I'm glad I seem to have reached the consensus, great, but it's really not open and shut.
It sounds
So-
like you have to come here and vet all of the words.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just do a bunch of interviews. Like it's, you can have it be data driven to an extent. I know people talk about like, why don't you use Google Ngram or something like that? And Google Ngram does tend to skew very like academic, scientific journal-y. For all the people that give me the scientific adjectives, they're like, this shows up 300 quintillion times on Google. I'm like, because it's like the heavy hitting Wikipedia articles and whatnot, right? But one thing I use, I'd say like, I like using the news tab of Google a lot because I like seeing, is this word something that gets used in scholarly articles, but for this educational, wide-ranging audience? Is it defined? Is it a good, like, mileage may vary, but something like haboob? Is it a word that like is broad enough to maybe a particular group or feels like something that is enriching in a sense that somebody might not go like, well, that's crazily esoteric. I don't know. Maybe a lot of you will be like, thumbs down on haboob, what the heck is that? Get that out of my word list. But one thing I think is really interesting, and I'll just end with this, is that every solver out there, and both anecdotally and just in our data and our feedback, has their own personalized wheelhouse. I definitely do not get every call writer anywhere close to it. That's why, for those of you that approached me this weekend, I just got to smile and laugh and go like, I understand. I sympathize with frustration. I'd be shaking my fist too. I am impassioned about puzzles. But for every solver out there that comes up to me and says, you are missing so many science words, you were asleep in 9th grade biology, it's really clear. But what the heck is anato, and what are all these cooking terms? Right? What are all these cooking terms? Why are they in my word list? You need to balance it out more. There is another solver that comes up to me and says, you finally added anato. Here's 10 more cooking terms, but you need to relax on all these sciencey words. Not everybody is a big STEM person.
I love it. Well,
So-
whatever you do, it works because it is so fun and so addictive. And
it's a work in progress. I just want to say, I think that's what's so exciting. I know it's like, hey, you say spelling bee is this arbitrary game. The word list is so arbitrary. And I'm like, yes. Language is arbitrary. Like everything we know is just kind of arbitrary around what we speak. So
Well,
I say I just want this game to live and breathe with its audience.
that
and I mean
is actually
Yeah.
leads into my next,
Oh, perfect.
my next question, which is one thing I love about the spelling bee is that it makes it so clear how insane the English language is. Because, and we talked about this for the book, like sometimes you have an OR and sometimes you have an ER and sometimes you have an ISD for it. Now, there's no rhyme or reason. It's a nutty language. The comment. Defending.
Agree, disagree.
No, big agree. I will I wish I had an example in my back pocket. Like I'll go, okay, you have this word and then you have this an adjective formed by adding like ANT to that word, like irritant, like that's a common one. But you'll see something else that's like synonymous is just as common as a verb. It's maybe only even like a letter or two off orthographically, but there is no adjectival form that ends in ANT for it. But you're like, why is that? It's the same construct. Words are weird. That is my TLDR. Words are weird.
Well, they are weird. They are
Language is weird.
irregular or
Yes.
suffix divergent is what I'm saying.
Yes. Very much that.
And yeah, you can't, and there's the whole category of words like limit and delimit and bar and debar mean the exact same thing. So what's up with the suffixes? Just seem to have no rhyme or reason.
I recently caught myself, it has an S, so it's not spelling bee relevant, but we talk about depth rather than deepness, but we say steepness, but I accidentally blurted out stepth. and I think that should be a word. But I'm not going to put that in the word. Yeah, we got some yeses, of course we do. They're like, please put that in the list.
That's a gooder way to say it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, very good.
There we go.
All right, well, let me end
More
with-
smarter. Be more smarter.
Let me end with one question.
Yes.
Unless Greg has more, but why 3 a.m.? Why is it still 3 a.m.? Because for a while,
It is still 3 a.m. Eastern time.
Because
The West Coasters rejoice.
When I was in the depth of my addiction during COVID, I would wake up at 2:55. And it was very bad for my sleep. So what's up?
Honestly, I wish I had a better, more prepared answer for this. That was honestly, it was above my pay grade. They're like, yeah, it's out at 3 a.m. I know the discussion was around, and this has also become controversial now that we have Wordle and Connections being your local time, but we talked about having something a little different than the crossword. We didn't just want you turn the page and all of our games release right there, and so you get it out of the way. You do this when it comes out if you want to do that. You do this when it comes out if you want to do that. Of course, then you're getting no sleep. But I'm not saying you should stay up at 3 a.m. to do the spelling bee. But I think part of that thought process, I don't know how the middle of the night was decided upon, but it was so that maybe unlike the crossword, you can probably wake up in the morning to solve it.
I see. Okay. All right.
I guess morning being, wee hours, if you will, or staying up for it.
Right.
But yeah, just something different, I think, is one of the things we were talking
They
about.
got to stagger the puzzles.
Stagger the puzzles.
All at once.
Stagger the puzzles. I know it's confusing.
Now,
I sympathize.
will say, Greg wrote a wonderful puzzle, but I think
We're gonna save that.
I talk too much for a change.
episode.
Sorry about
We
that.
there are these things behind us that are waiting to be filled in.
it's
a good puzzle.
Yes. Well, thank you, Sam.
Thank you. Thank all of you.
You're excellent. So,
I will say, Sam, we're going to have a passionate debate on our podcast later because I'm a huge advocate of exactly the way you do this. And AJ is going to advocate for having a dictionary as the bar. And we're going to get into it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
going
have
to talk about it.
I'm looking at both sides. That's all.
I'm on your side.
All right, so before we go, I just want to say a couple of things. One, I feel, and I think Greg does, feel so lucky to be part of this puzzle community. He couldn't ask for a more supportive, warm community. We also believe that puzzles are not just a great distraction in these troubled times, which we need, but I think they are a force for good. They are a force for teaching us to think, teaching us to focus on solutions, and of course, with apologies to Winna, they are all about connections and connecting with the community, and they're not solitary. That's the best. They are not this, as this very much proves. And thank you very much. We had a great time, and I can't wait to see the insanity that takes place in just a few minutes. So, thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Will.
Thank you.